Okay, so in this video I want to look at some of the challenges involved with having a growing population. Now, the UK has a growing population, but what is a growing population? A growing population is exactly the same as an aging population. It is when the median age of a country rises. So basically, we get more elderly and retired people. So this means that there are fewer people who are economically active, and there are more people who are dependent on us. So we need these. So we don't have enough of these economically active people to support these elderly people who need pensions, benefits, healthcare, welfare, and all these kind of things. And typically, the government would always increase taxes to pay for this, like transfer payments. So you take the taxes, give them as benefits. However, the problem is that taxes can only rise to a certain level before people start rioting, protesting, like we're seeing in Greece, people getting out, or companies leaving, relocating to other countries. You know, we live in a global economy, so before the economy starts to decline. So there are other economic options involved. So if the government has to increase spending and most of its funds towards looking after the elderly, there's also an opportunity cost involved. Now, this sounds like economics, but it's not, because if we look at it a geographical way, basically the government could, for example, might need to spend more money on protecting our homes by flood barriers and stuff, but they can't because they have to spend more money on pensions and all that. So that's more of a geographical example, but there is an opportunity cost of trying to provide for the elderly. There's also stress on the NHS, so we need more doctors, more services, more hospitals. We need all of this if we're going to cope with it, because the older you get, the more, ill and the more in need of healthcare you are. That's just the way it goes. So there's more stress on it. That's one of the challenges that's presented to us. Another thing is that pensions are going to fall in value because there's more people. So you divide by a larger number, you get smaller results. So private savings will need to be made for my generation and generations to come, because government may provides a safety net of what, £100 a week. That's it. It's a joke. And rather than having opt-in schemes, so when you go to a company and you start working, do you want to have a pension scheme? And you say, no, I can't bother. You should have opt-out scheme saying, do you want to drop out because you're already in? And then you should make your mind up, because it makes it easier for people to save for their pension. It just all the time trying to encourage people somehow to use private savings rather than public ones. They will also probably need to get public health insurance. Many people need to switch to Bupa. They'll need to save money for that, because NHS can't get too big. I mean, how much can it provide? We already talked about the stress on it. We need more doctors and stuff. But, there's a limit to how many doctors and everything the government can provide for before it gets privatized. So you might as well start switching to Bupa and doing all of that and just regulating that. The government's better off. Another challenge is that the government will need to give more subsidies out. For example, senior citizens traveling costs, or senior citizens fuel costs. What's it called again? Fuel poverty. They need the fuel. You need fuel allowances. So subsidies will need to increase as well. So all the time government spending is increasing, but tax can't increase to a certain level, because before the economy fails, it's leading to our deficit to just widen and widen. Social reasons and social challenges that come about from growing population is that there's more stress, as we said, on the healthcare. Retirement age will have to go up, because the median age has gone up. People are living longer. They should be expected to work longer. And especially with increased education, it just makes sense for people to, work for a longer time. You've got to be prepared for that. There's also stress on resources which are finite. So there's, to a certain extent, we're going to have to look at other methods. We can't just keep using the same coal, oil and gas, because we need other sort of finite. There's only a certain number of houses. We're going to need to increase our supply of all resources if we're going to cope with them. So those are some of the challenges that come about through a growing population. I hope this helps. Please visit my blog kdkchadha.blogspot.com. Hope this helps. Thank you for watching.